what's going on YouTube? Jeremy D. Glass here, aka Motherfucker Drunk, y'all. Now, you can probably tell by the title, this is actually a much more serious video that I'm here talking to you today about. And the reason for this video, I'm not going to get into super specific details, I'm not going to give any names. But, within, less than, I think 4 months it's been. But within less than 4 months, two people I know, two people I may have not as known as well as I used to, but regardless, two people I knew, two people I respected, two people, you know, if I saw them today, if I saw them yesterday, ran into them, I'd consider them a friend. I'd treat them with the utmost respect. Has committed suicide from all reports from police and whatever else. Both of them were deemed suicide, to my knowledge. Like I said, I'm not going to give names because I don't want people to think I'm sitting here using their deaths as an excuse for videos. Don't get me wrong, I thought after the first one that I would do a drunken memorial just to talk about the person and how I thought of them and stuff. But after a while, I sat there and thought, no, that seems too, like I said, too much like I'm using their death as a video, and that's not what I want this to seem like. It's not what I wanted those to seem like if I ever did do them. But I just kind of want to talk about suicide in general. Depression is one of the strangest things on this planet. And I say that because I do experience it. I have gone through it. And you never know who's actually going through it. They could walk around with the biggest smile on their face and you'll never know. And the two people in that I'm talking about in this, they're honestly people I'd never in my million years would have pegged for what happened to them. Because, like I said, even though I suffer from depression, I would have never guessed these people were sad in their lives. I would have never pegged them as people that would have done this. And it honestly took me by surprise, both of them. It's crazy. It really is. And it saddens me and it breaks my heart that both of them are gone. It really does. And I didn't even know if I was going to make this video here. It just kept weighing on my heart. Like I had to talk about this somewhere. I'm not one of the people that go talk to a therapist. It's never helped me, but I had to talk about it somewhere, so I thought we're better else to talk about it than here. Check up on your friends. And I don't mean just hang out with them on the weekends. If you're younger like me, don't just hang out with them on the weekends. Don't just party with them. Don't, just send text and send memes and stuff like that to them. Actually check up on them. Check up on their well-being. Check up on their psyche. If you have a thought in your mind that you're like, okay, hey, I think something's wrong with this person, check up on them. Like, even if they brush off, like, no, I'm good, man, don't worry about it. If you still have that feeling, like, I'm not saying like invade their personal privacy, but push a little, man. Just be like, hey, you sure you're all right? Talk to me. I'm here. Just the smallest gesture or something like that can mean something. And I know that from a fact because there's been times where I've been down the gutter and just the smallest gesture from a friend out of the blue meant something to me. And it says, help me. Man. Sorry, talking about this is kind of hard. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna get into super great details about the stuff, but this really is hitting hard from home. One of the people was a classmate of mine. I didn't talk to him a lot after high school. Hung out with him a few times at parties, events, and random things like that, But the guy I had the utmost respect for, beyond all belief. Always thought he was a good person. Me and him didn't always get along back in high school, but afterwards, I always thought he was a good person. And even in high school, towards our later years, junior and senior years, never had an issue with him. I always thought he was a cool guy, funny guy, and coming from a small town, if you're from a bigger town, you might not understand, but coming from a small town, classmates, they do mean something. Whether you got along with them or not, they do mean something. And every time I see the news that we lost another one, this is the second one out of my class that we've lost, and it really hits hard home. Really hits hard to home because it's just like, wow, I'm only 25 and we're losing them already. That shit's hard. The other one, he was a grade below me, and this guy I did actually run into quite a few times outside of high school. And I didn't really know him in high school all that well, but I always thought he was a funny guy. Good, like a great attitude about him. And outside of high school, he was always enjoyed his company. Always one of those guys. I was like, man, I want to hang out with him some more, And ran into him quite a few times up at the bar. Just random places, wherever it may have been. Always came up to me, shook my hand, showed me respect, and I always respected him. And man, it's like I still see his father up at the bar because he was always up there with his dad. And it's hard to go say hi to him because of that. Like knowing his dad and stuff, it's just like it's hard to approach somebody after something like that. It really is. But oh man, I'm just rambling on. That's all this video really is, just a ramble, just a little vent. Like I said, if you got a friend and just for some random reason they cross your mind throughout the evening, throughout the day, and even if you haven't talked to them months, if they just crossed your mind, check up on them. You never know what they're going through. You really don't. Just a simple text, talking to them, seeing how they're doing, may change something in their life. You may be hitting them up at the most random of times, at their lowest point, and honestly, just something like that could save their life. No, man. But like I said, you never know what someone's going through. You really don't. Like I said, I suffer from depression, suffer from anxiety. I've had the thoughts before, many a times, and from like I said, the two people it's happened to, I never pegged them as one. I always pegged that I would take myself out before they ever did, for sure. It blows my mind still at all time. Every time I think about it, it's like there ain't no way. There really ain't. They were stronger than I was. They were tougher than I was. They had more friends than I did, and I just don't see why they did it. I really don't. And I don't know what they were going through. I really don't. But like I said, I always pick myself to be one of those because I go through all that. There's a reason I'm a gun advocate, but I don't keep guns in my house, and there's a reason for that. And to see what happened to him, like I said, whether he considered me a friend or not, I considered him a friend. Whether I would have seen him twice a year, I respected the guy and always would. Both of them. I respected both of them. In all belief, and it just after this one, like I said, the first one I was gonna do something for on here, and I didn't. And after this one, I felt like I had to say something. Like I said, I'm not gonna mention names though. I think it would be disrespectful to mention names. But that's really all I have for you. Talk to your friends, check up on them, make sure they're really truly all right. And I mean, there ain't really nothing else to that. Do what you can. You can't save everybody, but god damn it, do your best to save all you can, to save all the people you can. Be kind. Don't be putting people down. Sometimes it takes just the smallest thing to set somebody over, and you never know what that small thing may be. So just be kind. Be grateful for the time you have with a loved one, because never know when it's going to end. Be grateful for the friends you have, because you never know when their life was going to be gone. And Just just live your life and know that people love you out there. There's a song out there called "Fu," as in EF, then space U. It's by Tech 9. I'll link it down the bottom there. It's one of the songs that helped me through some depression times. It stands for "Easier for You," where you may think you're taking the easy way out, you're making it harder for somebody else if you do have suicidal thoughts. Always remember that. Another song, a great song I'll link, is a Joyner Lucas, "I'm Sorry." Talks about both sides of the story, and I get both sides. But, oh man, shit's hard nowadays, guys. It really is, especially what the world's going through now. Shit's hard. I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video there because I'm just rambling on at this point. Check on your loved ones. Check on your friends. Check on your family. Check on your enemies. Apologize for something. You know, just say a sorry for something you think you did wrong, even if you were in the wrong or the right. That you offended somebody, and that's really all I have for you guys. Not a lot. I mean, it's probably a lot of rambling, but just know. Just know, if you're out there and you are watching this also, if you do need somebody to talk to about depression, anxiety, anything, if you generally need someone to talk to, I may seem like an asshole in videos I post and stuff like that. I am honestly a caring guy. And just leave a comment, "Hey, want to talk." Just leave that right there, "Hey, want to talk," and I will reply to your comment, and I'll get you a way to contact me, and we'll talk. As for now, I hope y'all have a great night, great weekend, and as always, stay drunk, y'all.